Yes, indeed. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are back with some Bleach Soul Resonance, and we are going to be grabbing our ticket first and foremost. Looks like we have a little box here that specifies if stuff is limited or happening infinitely, which is very cool. Look at that. Oh, okay. Got some rewards here. As mentioned before, rewards, or mentioned on the thumbnail, rewards probably got buffed to hell, or supposedly got buffed to hell, which is very cool. Especially if you're trying to pick up Toshido. I would say that this is about as good as any time to, crack the seal on your pulls. Before we get into any pulls, if you want to just see the pulls, go ahead and skip to the timestamp. I'll timestamp this, but we're about to be level 50, free to play, level 50, about 2 weeks. Not so bad considering I have not been spending all of my nourishers, so pretty cool. Let's get into it without further ado, though. Let's grab this. I'm just getting rid of all the little stamps and the like that are showing on my screen here. What do we get? We got 100 nourisher, or 100 jade, and 100 more jade compensation. All right, pretty cool. Okay, claim all. 200 more jade there. Some nourishers, and I believe it is just the event noticed. Okay. Let's get into it without further ado. Gotcha. So we have 7 premium tickets. We've got the stamp here. Here's the thing. In this video, I'm going to just be pulling for the actual banner unit, which is the Toshido Hitsugaya. Hopefully I hit a Momo along the way. If not, oh well, so sad. But the thing about Toshido is apparently we might not really need his weapon, and if we don't, then why would I pull? So during Tenso Jiren, basic attack damage increased, damage taken is reduced. Okay, so it doesn't actually unlock something, but it does make gearing him easier. That's pretty cool. It's definitely going to be a noticeable damage increase, especially if weapon stats boost is really high on the actual SSR. So it's definitely going to be a big increase, but don't feel forced to grab it. So need limited gacha tickets 3 to proceed. Consume spiritual pressure. We will be doing that. By the way, this is just like a small thing. I will not just be like clicking here and then clicking max and then pressing the button, right? Don't do that. Just pull one at a time, like 10 at a time, please. Do not just like send all of your currency down because you're like lazy, because it's spread between a bunch of different things, right? I know that I shouldn't have to say that, but just in case. But let's click this button here. Come on, man. I didn't get lucky on nothing, please. Looks like nothing so far. We'll just take this at a leisurely pace as I talk about, Bleach Soul Resonance. But yeah, really enjoying the game, man. Such a fun experience. I don't know. I'm very surprised that it's felt this good so far, right? Like, wow, isn't that cute? One back to back, huh? I'm really surprised that it's felt this good so far. Like, you don't really get many IP gacha that are this like intensely like fun and free to play, like this early too. Like a lot of the quality of life stuff, like when I joined Dokkan, I wouldn't say that Dokkan was like perfect at the time, but I really like Dragon Ball. If I had to pick like one of the it's really good to have gotten. The more of these I get, the closer I get to 6. That's super good. I wouldn't say that Dokkan was like a game that was like perfect by any means, and I think it's closer to being a much whoa! Yes, come on. That's what I'm talking about, man. In 3 and technically 2. That was technically 2 and then 3 tickets that we bought with the free to play. Like, that is so good for me, man, because I did. Yes, sir. He looks good too. Wow. As I was saying, man, it's just too good, isn't it? It's just such a good, warm feeling playing this game. I don't know how else to. Do I like this game? I'm not gonna say it right now, but yeah, I kind of do. Wow, look at that art. That looks great. I'm done there. I mean, I'm not gonna pull anymore. I don't have any reason to. So yeah, in the end, is there a way to sort of see your like receipt? So in the end, it really didn't take much, right? Like that was 1600, 1600. I'm just gonna press this button to check. 1600, so 3200 plus a little bit extra because we needed 3 tickets. So it was like 3700 or something like that. That is really fucking good, man. That is really good. Again, to those who might just be joining because they see a summon video or whatever, I am not a whale. I am not a minnow. I am not a dolphin. I am completely free to play in this game. So it is a very good sign to hit a character like that early. That way I can save. I'm still going back and forth as to whether I will pull for Gin. I do really like Gin. I like Gin more than I like Aizen, for example. So we'll have to actually. Let me actually fix that. I like Gin more than I like the Aizen we're getting. That's just me. In terms of like what they do, who's to say? You know, Aizen could be so undeniably broken that, you know, we just have to pull him immediately, you know, have to quote unquote pull him immediately. So we'll see, but Gin is definitely on my list. I would really like to get Ikaku so I don't have to pull for, so I don't feel like I have to pull for Gin, but you know, we'll see where that ends up. But man, and no, man, what a good feeling, dude. What a good feeling to just get it out of the way, to not have to worry about him. Look at him, yeah. Let's check out his actual model. Oh, he's swagging. A little step on him too, huh? Yes, sir, swaggy. That is really cool. But yeah, back to what I was saying. I like Aizen. It's not that I don't like Aizen. Aizen is obviously, you know, he's him. He's Mr. Aura in the series. But as far as who I want to like pull for in this game, I'll be waiting on a future Aizen, I'd say. Right now, Gin looks really interesting to me, and Toshiro just seems necessary. I would say that Toshiro is actually probably the least hype character for me that we're getting for a bit. I'm not a super big Hitsugaya fan. I like... How much should I talk about like spoilers? Close your ears and shut your eyes and all that stuff for a second. I really like the version of Hitsugaya from when he's brought back. I guess that's not too bad, right? That's not too bad a spoiler. But when he's brought back and he's sort of like more adult looking, and that's hard. He's hard as fuck, right? Like, but this version of Hitsugaya, he's cool. I'm in terms of like, you know, oh, is it the coolest guy? The characters that tend to look like, you know, they tend to look younger are never really the characters that I'm super hyped about in anime. I usually like guys that are like, you know, super fucking... I like the old master looking characters, right? I like characters like Urahara who are like middle-aged looking. The characters who are supposed to be like inserts for, you know, you as the viewer who's like, you know, you're watching a shonen, maybe you're 16. When I was watching Bleach, I was like 16, 15, 14, you know? So, you know, I get it, but I never really was it for me. But yeah, I'm super happy to have gotten him. I'll say that. I'm going to clear a bunch of content with this guy. I have so many tickets to get from this. I'm going to blast content with this guy. So that is very fun. We did not end up getting a Momo in the end. As for the team I will use, I did already raise my Rukia to 50. That is probably where she will stay. She does have both her stamp and her weapon, which is more than enough. I have to raise her weapon, but we'll go ahead and grab that. So, you know, there's that, a little extra thing. As for will I use Orihime? Probably not. I mean, she does have boundary 6 now. It's cool. But I will probably just be using her, but just using Kisuke or something, just like a general support and not really worrying about like Orihime. I think that makes the most sense for me personally. Maybe if you definitely need like a mono team for something, but I'm pretty sure that Hitsugaya should be such a bomb. He should just be so strong that it doesn't really matter. I'd be very surprised if Hitsugaya needs like a secondary DPS like in there with him. I'm pretty sure he'll just do it by himself off of the freezes from Rukia. But yeah, did you pull? Did you get lucky? Did you have to go to pity? I hope not. This is great news for me because I did not pull Ichigo, as you remember. This is a very important character for me to have hit early, and yeah, I don't want to keep you guys here when you don't, nothing really more to say, but that's Hitsugaya. Hope your summons are lucky if you're seeing this before you pull. Maybe you're getting out of class or getting out of work before then. Didn't stay up late for it. Like if you liked the video, subscribe to the club. We all go make it, and peace.